Hello and welcome to another update video about oil. So we take a look at WTI first. Had a lot of requests to cover oil, therefore I'm squeezing another video in. We talk about the bullish and the bearish wave count in this video, and then we take a look at Brent crude oil as well. So looking at WTI, certainly very deep this pullback now, okay. The previous direct bullish turnaround potential did not materialize, and you can see that this was just a three-wave corrective rally, making another low likely. And while we are still in the overall support area, my, let's say, working and preferred scenario is now that we're going to make another low, even though the yellow count is still technically valid. So the yellow count is the bullish one, in which we say we had a wave 1 to the upside, okay, and a wave 2 to the downside, but it has come down very, very deep. Lower, not lower than ideal. I mean, it should really not break below $69, but we're basically there, and I see no indication it has bottomed, and then we should move up in a third wave to the upside. Remember that throughout October, we expected the price to go lower. It hit this target area, but so far it has failed to turn around. In the last video, I already shared with you this short-term bearish count, which indicates that this move up was just an X wave. And we're now coming down in a Y wave, most likely, yeah. Or actually, no, not WXY. It seems to be an ABC. I will change that. That's not so important because this looks like impulsive to the downside. So you can count that as an ABC as well. That's fine. So this would be a C wave to the downside. And we already have this wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3. There should be one more lower high then, that could set up the price for one more low into the mid $50 range, roughly. Okay, so short-term bearish scenario is definitely now the leading one until the yellow one can take the lead again. I don't see any clear long trade setup from here. Well, it's the larger yellow box, yes, but in the short term there is nothing that indicates we have bottomed here. Okay. So where could that wave 3 in white find a low? Well, we take the length of the wave 1, go to the high of the wave 2. And what we are looking for is sort of the area. Let me just double check something. There you go. Here, the area around the 1.618 extension. We are there now. And the 200% extension ideally. So wave 3 ideally bottoms here before breaking below $66. I mean, there's no must. It doesn't need to turn around earlier, but this is sort of an ideal spot where the third wave can turn around and then basically move up in one more corrective rally in a wave 4. Now, very important to understand, the yellow count can still play out. This is just a support region. It is basically, oops, that was the microphone. Sorry about that. In the yellow count is basically technically valid as long as we are holding above 63.60. It just becomes far less likely below $69. So if after it's forming another low here, and we should be close, I just gave you the, let's say, the area to watch. If it's forming an impulse up instead of a corrective rally, then it indicates the yellow count is still in play. But obviously with a deep pullback here and that quite impulsive move down, the white count has at the moment temporarily at least taken the lead, and it would be further confirmed if the next rally is just corrective. Now, what is resistance? Just in case we move up now, what would be resistance for the fourth wave? And the resistance level at the moment would be between 76.44, well actually it's between 73.55 and 78.86. So any wave 4 should stay in this within these parameters. Any break above 78.86 would indicate that the yellow count is at play. So that should give you plenty of levels to watch. We can calculate the target for the 5th once we have a wave 4 top in place. And a similar scenario for Brent Crude. That really needs to turn around because it's very close to invalidation. I mean, depending on where you count the low, it's a bit ambiguous, this price action here. But even if we count it here, invalidation point would be $70. We're not far off. And yeah, it seems like the white count has taken the lead, which means we are in the third wave to the downside. Where should we see a reaction to start to rally in a correction in wave 4? Well, it's also in this region between $74.81 and $70.91. Then any rally should be corrective in the white count. If it's impulsive, it's likely the yellow count, which is valid as long as we hold $70, but becomes unlikely already now, obviously, and it's accelerated when it dropped below support. So resistance is at 83.38. So a break above 83.38 would indicate that the yellow count is at play. Until then, it's likely the white one. And I would suggest, or the analysis would suggest, another low here at the moment. Yeah, just because how low we have moved, and it's always like the break below the 78.6 fib level typically indicates that the bulls are too weak. So again, for the last few weeks and couple of months, we've been watching for the price to get into this region. There was a potential turnaround, it failed, and so the bulls could not show their strength in this support area. That means we are probably going to make another marginally lower low in this wave 2. I'll keep you updated. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And yeah, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You can find the links for those in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.